this tutorial. Today we'll be covering the more in-depth look at sapien. So sapien for Halo 1 is a bit like Forge with the later games of Halo, only a lot more powerful. It's used in the final few stages of the construction of a multiplayer game to add things such as weapons, and player spawns, vehicles, equipment, scenery, the finishing touches as it were. I'm going to be demonstrating how to add a few of those finishing touches on this map. I'm not going to demonstrate all of them. I expect you to be able to do that for yourself on the demonstrations they do give you. And naturally your map will probably look a little bit different from mine. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to import scenery. I'm going to do this by hitting scenery, then edit types. As you can see, I've got the buttons on the previous tutorial there. I'm going to add a flag base as well. These will be found on the flag base folder. All this is in the scenery folder and the tags folder. I'm going to add a Forerunner shield. This can be found on the Halo mapping website under the scenery area, which I demonstrated in the previous tutorial. I'm also going to get a teleporter and a teleporter base. Then I'm going to go into the levels folder in the tags file directory. I'm going to go into B40, which is a Sultan controller, scenery, C-torch. I'm going to grab a C-torch. I'm also going to select some metal, small, tall, and wide. The final items of scenery I'm going to select are back in the normal scenery folder. And they are Covenant storage units. As well as the C field generator. In fact, I will remove the C shield, the F shield, and you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Next, I'm going to go and do sound scenery. Sound scenery creates small dynamic areas of sound. For example, if I was to place a piece of sound scenery here, you would hear sound coming from that particular area. You can have multiple pieces of sound scenery. None of them have a particularly long range, so they're quite bound to a small area where you'll be able to hear the sound from. Let's grab B30 computer. Okay, so to place scenery it's pretty simple, as explained in the last tutorial, but I'll go over it again. I click on one piece of scenery, and I switch to the piece of scenery I want, so I'll select this. And I rotate to 180 degrees, so it's facing the correct direction where I want it to be right now. So I find it is best, rather than getting an approximate measurement, by using this blue arrow here to instead rotate it. Naturally, these being placed by someone, they aren't going to be exactly straight. The important thing with placing scenery is to give players cover or things to look at. In this particular case, cover. This avoids the other players from being shot at by the opposing team the moment they spawn in their base, which is never a good thing. If you've placed your base in a position where it cannot be seen by the opposing team, then that's excellent. You don't really have to worry too much about this, although it's still a good idea to place some cover scenery in your map. The second type of scenery would be just scenery you can look at. So for example, I'll place some piece of metal tool and just put it nicely on the ground. I can do the same piece of things with the other pieces of scenery. And this just makes the map more interesting to look at for the player while they are playing it. Remember to rotate things slightly to give them more of an interesting look. If you have multiple of the same piece of scenery, it's good to rotate all of them slightly so they all look slightly different. The final piece of scenery would be a teleporter. These aren't necessary for teleporting, but they make it look a lot better. So you place the teleporter shield, as it were, in this particular case. There are multiple different teleporter items. You can download some more from the Halo Custom Edition map website. I'll put the place I want the teleport to begin here, and I'll put the place I want the teleport to end here. There we go. Finally, flag bases. So if you're playing Capture the Flag, actually you want some of the flag to go. Halo Custom Edition provides in the HEK install a flag base, which just makes an ideal place for the flag to rest. So place one in both your bases. And we head at that sort of scene we need. Okay, so the next thing you may want to place are the player starting locations. It's a good idea to place a few of each team's player starting locations in their own bases. So I'm going to put 4 in this base, plus a few more spread out, so that they don't always spawn in the same location. These are all blue based, they all need to have team index 1, team index 1 is blue, team index 0 is red. As you can see, these have actually switched over. Double clicking on an item in this will automatically go to the item. They're useful if you want to find out exactly where the item is. If you've got multiple of one type of scene, for example. Now what we want to do is highlight all these and go to the game type that's going to spawn with it, and just select all games of these ones. Then we're going to go place 2 more, one here and one here. That's team index 0 on this one, and that is going to be Slayer only. Now you can have multiple different ones. For example, if I wanted this to be Slayer and Terminator, or Slayer and Oddball, so any Slayer or Oddball game, the player has potential to spawn at these locations. Also, for example, if you wanted a map that does everything except race, you may consider all games except Capture the Flag and then Capture the Flag, so that the only game that doesn't spawn on is race. In fact, that's I think what we should do here, because we don't want the player playing Capture race in this map here. It's just too small for it. So I'm going to go back and highlight all these and hit Capture the Flag, all games except Capture the Flag. Race requires a reasonably large map, as you've got to race around and capture different objectives, usually with vehicles. Obviously this map here is a little bit too small for that. To place multiplayer flags like the race locations and things like that, you go into game data and you go into unique game flags. The first flags we're obviously going to place are the flags. So you just go to here, team index 0, place 1 flag, and then you go to the other side, place the flag, and then switch to the team index 1. Don't switch it beforehand, otherwise you'll change the last object you placed. Next thing we're up to do is set up a teleporter. That's pretty simple. You simply hit where you want to teleport from, and you go teleport from. And then I'll probably stick with 0. So for teleporter from 0, we'll always teleport to 0, which is up here. If I wanted another teleport, I'd use 1, then 2, then 3, 4, etc. You could have multiple teleport froms going to a single teleport to if you want. The next flag we're going to place is the King of the Hill flag, which declares where the hill is. So you place it in a square, 1, 2, 3, 4, in a clockwise or anti-clockwise fashion. Just create a square, as it were. There's also Crazy King, where the hill flag moves. So we go then place another one, and we set this to 1. This is where the flag will move to. You may want it to move to 2 locations, so you just go place another one, select 2, and place that. Now we'll alter between all 3 of those different locations. So I'm going to save that, and I'm going to continue with the next one, Oddball. So this is where the Oddball ball will spawn for the first time. We set that to 0. We may want to change its spawn location, so we'll put another one with 1, 2, and 3. Now it will alter between those 4 spawn points. Finally, there's base. Base, you place 1 for your first flag, so that will be set to 0, and you'd hit base track. Then the next flag would be 1, 2, and 3. Very small base track. If you wanted vehicles in your base, you would then put a flag down and you would select vehicle. Only base vehicles will spawn in a base map. Okay. So having placed the player spawns, the net game flags, and the scenery, the next item we need to place are our net game equipment, our weapons and other equipment such as health packs. I'm going to place 1 net game equipment here, 1 net game equipment here. I'm going to select both of these, so one of them. I'm going to make this one appear as, I need to navigate to my item collections in the tags folder, single weapons. I'm going to make this one appear as a needler. The next one I'll make appear as a shotgun. And you could place other things in other places. I might want a grenade to spawn here, so I'll simply click it. I want it to spawn, browse for grenade, and I'll select frag grenades, for example. 2 frag grenades would spawn there. Or if I wanted to power up, I'll select here, I'll browse in here, go up 1, go to power ups, and select a health pack. There are numerous other types of power ups, for example, the super shield and the invisibility. Then you have a shield invisibility which will alternate between those two, or a group all power ups which will alternate between all 3 types of power up. To select what games these weapons and equipment will appear in, you select each one individually or highlight them all in my case. I'm just going to go, they will appear all in all games. You can select certain weapons to appear in only some games if you want to. That's what I'm going to be covering today in Sapien. I hope it came in useful. If you have any problems, I would suggest creating an account on the Hello Custom Mapping website and using that to pose your questions as a new thread. Bye.